The crisis in Ukraine. President Biden slaps sanctions on Russia after Vladimir Putin's army launches the beginnings of an invasion. The White House expects Putin to order a wider assault in the weeks ahead.
And the fighting could cost all of us here at home. Let's take a quick look at a map of the region. Focus on the two areas on the far right, Luhansk and Donetsk. That's where Russian troops moved in and where they'll likely come in direct contact with Ukraine's military.
KTLA 5's Mary Beth McDade is live in our news center tracking late developments. MB.
Mike and Chair, the U.S. fears Russia is trying to carve out a big chunk of Ukraine piece by piece with the goal of reclaiming all of it as part of Russia. Now, this has prompted the U.S. and its allies to hit Russia where it hurts the most in order to stop their advancements.
Today, I'm announcing the first tranche of sanctions to impose costs on Russia in response to their actions yesterday.
President Joe Biden put into motion heavy financial sanctions against Russia and wealthy Russian families with ties to the Kremlin. This after Russian leader Vladimir Putin recognized two breakaway regions as independent states and ordered troops into those eastern Ukrainian territories. Under the guise they're acting as peacekeepers. Biden sees this as the beginning of a Russian invasion.
We're implementing full blocking sanctions on two large Russian financial institutions.
And he issued more sanctions against Russia's sovereign debt, cutting Russia off from Western financing. Several U.S. partners and its allies have implemented their own sanctions, including Germany. The Germans are targeting Russia's huge energy industry by not certifying the Nord Stream 2 pipeline, preventing natural gas from flowing from Russia to Germany.
As Russia contemplates its next move, we have our next move prepared as well. Russia will pay an even steeper price if it continues its aggression, including additional sanctions.
The president said he's also moving additional U.S. forces to the Baltic states.
Let me be clear. These are totally defensive moves on our part. We have no intention of fighting Russia.
A planned meeting between Secretary of State Antony Blinken and his Russian counterpart was canceled for later this week.
Now that we see the invasion is beginning and Russia has made clear its wholesale rejection of diplomacy, it does not make sense to go forward with that meeting at this time.
However, Blinken says the U.S. and its allies are still hoping for diplomacy.
We will not allow Russia to claim the pretense of diplomacy. At the same time, it accelerates its march down the path of conflict and war.
Experts say if Russia continues their aggression, the U.S. and its allies could consider cutting Russia out of what's called SWIFT financial systems. This would cut Russia off from most international financial transactions, including profits from oil and gas production, which accounts for 40% of the country's revenue.